Today is Wednesday, February 14. Good evening and welcome to News Desk 45 minutes of the latest developments in Liberia, Africa, and elsewhere. My name is Hanson Decker presenting. In their lines, a group considered as concerned citizen wants Nayabo Opayazi alias Prophet Key declared wanted for what it termed as insulting Liberian women. National Fisheries and Agriculture Authority reacts to claims of illegal dismissal by the former driver of the Director General Emma Glasgow for continuously advocating for Liberia to be a drug-free society. Chuvafen, head of Newsmaker David Arnons, as ambassador in the fight against illicit drugs, and away from whom a big Russian imperial ship, the castle has been sunk off the coast of Russian-occupied Crimea, according to Ukraine's armed forces. The details of these developments, the news bulletin, the voices of the newsmakers, including polls are anticipated on the news program. We take a break to rejoin you. Thanks for rejoining us. Up next is Olivia Baum, who's going to set the pace with the news bulletin. Good evening.
Good evening, Hansen. Good evening to all. A group under the banner Concerned Citizen Against Blackmailing has condemned insults against women. The group advocating for gender equality encouraged the Liberian government through the Ministry of Gender to clamp down on all forms of gender-based violence. According to the chairman, Keseli Basa, they have been adequately informed of numerous verbal attacks meted against Ambassador Julie Mb, Liberia's cultural ambassador, and the chief executive director of Liberian Crusaders for Peace, Bania Bukar Opa Yesen, alias Prophet Key. Reading the press statement in Pennsville, Chairman Bassa said the organization has considered the accusations levied against Ambassador Judy Andy as a form of violence that is an attack not only for personal life but against other mothers, wives, and sisters. The group is encouraging well-meaning citizens to join them to condemn the action of Prophet Key and called on the judiciary branch of Liberia to immediately declare him wanted. The management of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority has reacted to claims of illegal dismissal by the former driver of the Director General, Madam Emma Glasgow. The former NAFA driver Tamba Commander recently made allegations of dismissal by the Fisheries Authority on local radio stations, stating that he was illegally dismissed by the authority. In a press statement, Tamba Kamada, who was employed for barely 5 months, was dismissed on January 30, 2024, on the basis of physical attack on the vehicle of the Director General, which case was registered on December 4, 2023 at the Freeport Police Depot under Zone 1. According to a NEPA release, Tamba's actions violated Section 3.0A and Section 10.2E of the Human Resource Policy. The release further that Commander was earlier suspended on August 28, 2023 due to inappropriate working habit, which contravenes Section 5.3A of NEPA's Human Resource Policy with regards to the abandonment of posts. The termination came after continuous verbal and written notices and warnings in keeping with Section 18.0D as per the Human Resource Manual. Truth FM acting head of news, Maka Davis, has been honored as ambassador in the fight against illicit drugs in Liberia. According to the Destiny Recovery Center, Maka Davis since 2019 has been committed to the fight of making Liberia a drug-free society through his advocacy role on the Truth Breakfast show. Receiving the honor, the ambassador against illicit drugs called on the government to provide subsidy to institutions like the Destiny Recovery Center that are transforming the lives of youths. The Liberian broadcast journalist further termed drug as a menace to Liberian youth, which required collective efforts for drugs to be eradicated. He meanwhile reaffirmed his commitment to championing the cause against illicit drugs. The newly appointed Vice President of Finance for the National Oil Company of Liberia has unveiled his plans to rejuvenate the company during his 6 year tenure. Addressing stakeholders during his official inauguration on Wednesday, Emmanuel Azanko outlined a comprehensive strategy aimed at propelling Knockout to new heights. According to him, its primary focus is on designing and implementing a robust investment plan to boost the company's financial resources. Zanko highlighted the need to shift away from traditional revenue sources such as data sales and royalties, which he said have characterized the sector for years. He emphasized the importance of attracting substantial and transformative investments through strategic partnerships, recognizing that the real financial potential lies in these ventures. Reports reaching the station say a member of the Royal Grace International Ministry in Western Omika community was on Tuesday morning jailed at the Omika police station for allegedly having loving affairs with the pastor of the ministry, Lawrence Babu. Jemamo Mentor, the wife of Joshua Mentor, was jailed for brewing confusion between the pastor and her husband Joshua Mentor, a situation that is being described as troubling. The authority at the Omika police station told the station that Pastor Lawrence Babu, who is the head of the Royal Grace International Ministry, has admitted having an affair with Jemima Mentor, with residents terming the pastor's action as a total disgrace. But speaking to Arasia News on Wednesday at the Omika Ministerial Court, that's Magisterial Court in Painesville, the father of Joshua Mentor, Solomon Hokon, said the action of Pastor Lawrence Babu has brought disgrace to the Christian community. The Minister of State without portfolio designate at the Ministry of State, Mamaka Ability has vowed to promote the agenda of President Joseph Boakai if confirmed by the Liberian Senate. Facing the Senate Committee on Executive Wednesday for her confirmation hearing, Madam Ability bragged about her many years of experience working in the office of then Vice President, non-President of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, for at least 6 years. She added that the job nominated her by the Liberian leader is not strange, promising to keep the presidency effective for the Liberian people. At the same time, the Minister of State without portfolio for special services designate at the Ministry of State, Mr. Samuel Stefwa, said, if confirmed, he will serve as a liaison between the President's office and the Liberian Senate for a collaborative working relationship. The consortium of rubber actors of Liberia has ended a one-day forum in Saclapia, Nimba County. According to the group statement issued on Wednesday, the forum was intended to bring together actors in the rubber sector to discuss the importance of a free market system. The release disclosed that the forum had in attendance over 150 participants from across Neighbor County to seek a demonstration of the negative impacts. That's on the negative impacts of Executive Order number 124, which emphasized the poor condition of rubber farmers and actors in the sector. Participants at the forum further expressed disappointment in the WIA government for continuous moratorium on the exportation of unprocessed rubber, something which they said was at the detriment of the farmers. The Deputy Minister of State for Presidential Affairs for Administration Designate, Antonin Cornelia Curral Tokpai, has disclosed that over 730 non-civil servants names were disclosed on a supplementary payroll at the entity following an assessment conducted and right sizing is underway. Appearing for her confirmation hearing Wednesday before the Senate Committee on Executive, Anthony Cruel Topa said such payroll was perfectly managed by the Ministries of Finance and Development Planning and States for Presidential Affairs under the former Coalition for Democratic Change government. She added that the institution also has 385 employees recognized by the Civil Service Agency as legitimate staff plus the over 713 unrecognized employees, pushing the total to over 1,000. She said the senior management team of the Ministry of State is currently working with the Civil Service Agency and the Governance Commission to do a total assessment of the institution to ensure that staffers that effectively and efficiently work and resources of the country are actually used. The Deputy Minister of State for Administration Designate noted that as a result of the over 713 escort employees, the ministry spends over US 2.7 million annually only on salary, but she expressed determination of the senior management team to tackle those challenges upon her confirmation by the Liberian Senate. Away from Liberia, a big Russian amphibious ship, the Caesar Konikov, has been sunk off the coast of Russian-occupied Crimea, according to Ukraine's armed forces. Powerful explosions were heard early on Wednesday, according to local social media, which suggested the landing ship was hit south of the town of Yalta. Ukraine's intelligence directorate released a video of what it said were Magura V-5C drones tracking the ship. Ukraine has repeatedly hit Russia's Black Sea Fleet in occupied Crimea. Satellite images last year showed much of the fleet had left the peninsula for the Russian Black Sea port, where Hansen that's the news collecting.
Thanks to Oliver Bound for the news bulletin, the foreign development. The news bulletin, it is a regular feature on the news program. Let's bring you the voices of the newsmaker on today's edition of News Desk. A group under the Batna Concerned Citizens Against Blackmailing has condemned insults against women. The group advocating for gender equality encouraged the Liberian government through the Ministry of Gender come down on all forms of gender-based violence. According to the chairman, Kesali Bazat, they have been adequately informed of numerous verbal attacks meted against Ambassador Judy Ndi, Liberia's cultural ambassador and the chief executive officer of Liberia Crusaders for Peace, by Neaboga Nyanzi Allies Prophet Key. Reading the press statement, Pencil Chairman Bazaar said the organization has considered the accusations leveled against Ambassador Judy Andy as a form of violence that is an attack not only on her personal life but against other mothers.
Concerned citizens against blackmail, Maserati County, Republic of Liberia. Date February 14, 2024. Press statement for immediate release. Fellow citizens, sons, and daughters of the class of consciousness, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the concerned citizens against blackmail condemns insults against women and advocates for gender equalities and encourage the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Gender to clamp down hard on all forms of gender-based violence. Members of the Pope Estes, the concerned citizens against blackmail, are then adequately informed of the numerous verbal attacks meted against Ambassador Judy Kennedy, Liberia's cultural ambassador, the point of the Judicial Council of Liberia, and the Chief Executive Director of Liberia, Sheriff of Peace. On the official page of Mr. Nyambugwa Opa Yentia, allied where he allegedly leveled accusations, verbal insults, and threats against a unifier, a woman who is contributing to the peace and stability of our country in Ambassador in which the concerned citizens against blackmail consider as a form of violence that compromises not only on the personal life but poses potential threats for personal security. However, expressed a strong condemnation of such threats, insults against Ambassador Envy and other women who have suffered from such action as well. Fellow Liberians and distinguished members of the press, while we firmly believe in fostering a culture of respect, dignity, and equality for all individuals, regardless of gender, the form of misguided, primitive, and ill-mannered statement against our mother, sister, wives, we therefore encourage all well-meaning Liberians join us in condemning the actions of Mr. Nanyang Ugwa Opa Genzi, allied property. Fellow citizens and brothers and sisters of the press, we want to call on the judiciary of the Republic of Liberia to immediately declare Mr. Genzi wanted, where ordinary citizens will be able to arrest him and turn him over to the legal authority for what is said to be considered as a defamation, slandering, and denigrating of high-end character of Ambassador and members of the full press. Lastly, we want to encourage the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Gender to stand tall against any form of discrimination, including verbal abuse or insults directed at women, regardless of their association, because such behavior does not only undermine the principles of equality, but also perpetuates harmful stereotypes and contribute to a culture of disrespect.
The voice of Cassidy Bazaar there speaking. Truth FM acting head of news Margaret Davis has been honored as ambassador in the fight against illicit drugs in Liberia. According to the Destiny Recovery Center, Margaret Davis since 2019 has been committed to the fight of making Liberia a drug-free society through his advocacy role on the Truth Breakfast Show.
I want to reaffirm my commitment to this cause. I think initially it was just about what we see in the street, and we see the future that is closer to the future of our country, and we started our marketing and said there's a need for government to take action on this meeting. Today, just to see the presentation here, I am really invigorated to do on my platform to call national government and practice education to the future of our country. And again, we want to call on the government to do the needful by working with institutions like the Destiny Recovery Program that have a fundamental knowledge of how this thing is done. I think we are proud of being able to capture a lot of cycles and today see these great people. When I saw before and after, our charity, I think the work that the team is doing is marvelous, and we continue to pray that God will strengthen them to carry this vision too. Again, we want to call on the government, the legislature, to ensure that there can be monetary allocation to institutions like the Destiny Recovery Center, because, like I said, one Facebook last year, There are institutions that are even privately owned. Some are schools, some are health facilities, and they are capturing the budget. Government is giving them money. So, what about the national recovery program that is getting back lives to our young people that want to bring echoes that the legislature should go in this direction? That even when the budget is sent back to the legislature, there should be a portion that capturing support to the national recovery program. I want to commit ourselves to fight against drugs, malaria, and the other tools I have is the macro tools.
The voice of Ambassador Margaret Davis there receiving an honor from the Destiny Recovery Program. The newly appointed first vice president of finance for the National Oil Company of Liberia, Nokai, has unveiled his plans to rejuvenate the company during his 6 year tenure. Addressing stakeholders during his official inauguration Wednesday, Emmanuel Azango outlined a comprehensive strategy aimed at propelling Nokai to new heights. Report reaching the station says a member of the Royal Grace International Ministry in West Zone Omega community was on Tuesday morning jailed at the Omega police station for allegedly having loving affairs with the pastor of the ministry, Lawrence Bamboo. Chimama Method, the wife of Joshua Method, was jailed for breeding confusion between the pastor and her husband, Joshua Method, a situation that is being described as troubling. But speaking to RSN News on Wednesday at the Omega Magisterial Court in Painesville, the father of Joshua Method, Solomon Harcon, said the attitude of Pastor Lawrence Bamboo has brought disgrace to the Christian community.
Akino Omega told because a pastor in Benson, the pastor is Lauren love to my son wife. And then he admitted from my son to the police station yesterday. The police people pulled the case out because of the girl doing. The girl in question was jailed yesterday before the mama mentioned. My son is just a shut up. They left from there before the case to the Omega Magisterial Court. And we are here today so that the pastor is destroying my son left and his relationship. The pastor admitted that indeed he's going to the girl. The pastor admitted saying he and the girl been loving because the girl said that she don't have anybody. She to mama been living with my son from 2018 up to today. For what we saw through the phone also and messenger is the month plus after the pastor admitted at the police station that he loving to your son, right? It took me a surprise that he loving to my son where they even proposed marriage that after the police station they will be staying the family of the mama should be ready to stay in the mama wedding. Are you telling me that you don't have a wife at home? He had a little girl that he born by after he pregnant the girl. He sent the girl home. The church member of that Lauren and Pastor Reed told the girl, they carried the girl back to what people told the girl parents say they should go and teach her because she says so much. Yes, I am prepared. There is information that I have already gathered through the police, through the phone of your mama, and through the relation of your mama. The pastor provided at the police station, even though he admitted the police. He said, your mama told him that my son is Zogo. In fact, your mama said that they not love him, she not get men. She get nobody within the community. And the police asked as a pastor to get background investigation. He said no. When the incident occurred, I thought the pastor after the court carried the complaint, they were going to come as a church, but they never did it before the case was police station. The only thing I got to tell my son is to be careful. Let me decide what to be done about his life. The woman don't want you enough force. Some of the pastor admitted that he was talking to the church. They can't agree at the police station. But for yes, she agreed. Yes, because the police said if you want to do prostitution work, go inside. Yes. So where is the girl from? She here and still at the police station. No, we free her yesterday. The father of the girl said that if they were Joshua and Jabali do not free her daughter, he would spoon her children to him. Because of that, the kid of him we went and free her yesterday. Are you surprised about pastor playing double game? Pastors are people that for him are a very surprised of him the way I'm looking at him, thinking that it's a true pastor, but the attitude of him that for what I've gathered, they've done the first 7 10 times doing it. So it's that he just there to spoil the church in need of God. Pastors, those are pastors to them, my advice to them is that they should be truthful in preaching the word of God. They should not be the pastor Lawrence this one.
The voice of Solomon Harkon, whose daughter was jailed. The Minister of State with her portfolio destiny at the Ministry of State, Mamaka Belity, has vowed to promote the agenda of President Joseph Boakai if confirmed by the Liberian Senate. Facing the Senate Committee on the Executive Wednesday for her confirmation hearing, Madam Belity bragged about her many years of experience working in the office of the then Vice President, now President of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, for at least 6 years. She added that the job nominated to by She added that the job being nominated for by the Liberian leader is not strange, promising to keep the presidency effective for the Liberian people.
And I'm honored to be present here today to share with you my desire to support and promote the vision of His Excellency President Joseph Boakai, and also to move his vision forward. We as nominees here today, we members of the members of the Ministry of State, we work at the will and pleasure of the President. And I'm grateful that His Excellency preferred me or nominated me to see with that portfolio. I'm not new in government. I worked with His Excellency when he was Vice President as an advisor. I worked as advisor of political affairs and gender affairs. So we worked on promoting female participation in politics. I worked with the public extensively on different projects. I was in the convention at the time. We did a lot of good things with the late Geraldine Doe Sherry. We did a lot of work on the gender empowering women. So I also venture in the private sector. My husband and myself, we own a farm in the Baltimore area. We work with corporations. So we bring the added value to agriculture and improving the well-being of people in rural Liberia.
Mamaka Belity is the Minister of State with her portfolio destiny, that speaking when she appeared before the Senate Committee on Executive. Deputy Minister of State for Presidential Affairs for Administration Destiny Anthony Cornelio Crack-Tokpa has disclosed that over 730 non-civil servant names were discovered on a supplementary payroll at the entity following an assessment conducted appearing for her confirmation hearing Wednesday before the Senate Committee on Executive. Anthony Crack-Tokpa said such payroll was privately managed by the Ministries of Finance and Development Planning and State for Presidential Affairs under the former Coalition for Democratic Change government. She added that the institution also has 385 employees recognized by the Civil Service Agency as legitimate staff, plus the over 730 unrecognized employees, pushing the total staff to over 1,000.
Currently, the Ministry of State is faced with many challenges. We have inherited a ministry with a payroll with civil servants of 385 civil servants, but interestingly, a subsidiary payroll, a supplementary payroll of about 730 persons. This payroll was privately managed by the Ministry of State and one official at the Ministry of Finance. We are currently working with the CSA and the Governance Commission to do a total assessment of the ministry so that we ensure that we do not just have employees at the Ministry of State, but people's time, energy, and the positions they serve in contribute to the overall efficiency of the ministry, and the resources of Liberia are used effectively. We have also realized that as a result of that, 700 plus employees, extra employees at the Ministry of State, the ministry spends about 2.7 million annually just on salaries. As the senior management team at the Ministry of State, we have set the ground while sending our confirmation to do this assessment so that by the time we are confirmed, we can start with these challenges facing the Ministry of State.
The voice of Deputy Minister of State for Presidential Affairs for Administration, Anthony Collinia Craft Tokpa. They're bringing us to the end of today's edition of the news program. News decks, as we take leave of you, these are the top stories we have been following. Does a group consider as concerned citizen once Nea Bogard, Yanzia Alas Prophet Key declare wanted for what terms as insulting Liberian women. National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority reacts to claims of illegal dismissal by the former driver of the Director General Emma Glasgow for continuously advocating for Liberia to be a drug-free society. Chup FM head of news, Micah Davis, honored as ambassador in the fight against illicit drug. And away from home, the big Russian ship, the Caesar, has been sunk off the coast of Russian-occupied Crimea, according to the Ukraine's armed forces. Well, that's all the time we have to be with you on today's edition. Many thanks to all of our correspondents, writers, reporters, and editors, and those who helped in making this February 14 of News Desk a success. Olivia Bound read for us the news bulletin, the foreign development. My Toby sat behind the camera. Kobosanga ably coordinated this sound for and on behalf of News Desk. My name is Hansen Degat. Good evening.
When it comes to communication in Liberia, Orange is number one.
Orange is the best. Orange is the best. Oh, Orange is the best.
Orange is the best.
Strongest network, widest coverage,
Orange is the best.
fastest internet speed.
Orange is the best.
People, Orange is the best. Yes, Orange is the best. Lamakitie, Naratama, what is the woo? Company Guinea, that's the Iboga Orange, Topaga number one. So we need to.
Company is my Orange, I don't got it best.
Orange, we want you that telephone on phone.
Reliable, trusted, and dependable.
Orange is about 7.
Yeah, Orange is wrong.
Orange is the best.
It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Let me make sure I got all the sanitary items I need. I'm checking my list. Oh yes, one more item. Let me have a big bottle of Dettol, yeah, across the board.
Yes, the total amount is 3,000 LD.
Okay, let me give you your money. Hey, my people, I can't find my purse. Lola, I left it on my kitchen table. My husband is rushing me too much. What's I'll do now?
Don't worry, Costa Womo. You can pay with your phone. Here's the code here on the wall.
Awesome. Yes, I do have money on my phone.
With Orange Money, making payments for goods at your favorite store with your merchant is as easy as ABC. Dial *144#, select currency, select Pay with Orange Money, and follow the instructions. With Orange Money, life is easier. No stress. Orange. Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.